thing.
That's all right, mate. G'day.
Beautiful. Here we are.
Where are we?
We're at Hills International Golf.
And there's a mini golf course behind us, which we haven't done yet, but
No.
and we probably won't do. But it is here.
Made it this here. It's
So Rob made this a couple of years ago, and it's
yeah.
so it's looking really good.
No, it's looking really good. Restaurant next door.
Restaurant next
I
door.
think they're open Wednesdays to Sundays.
Little pro shop just there with Mr. Daniel Honeysett in there right now.
Yep. So I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, the restaurant's open. I think Wednesdays to Sundays. But apparently it's pretty good.
To the camera's right, to our left, there is a putting green, chipping green with about 20 odd kids chipping and pitching. And then there's a driving range. It's huge.
Yeah.
Because this is where the international school is.
Yes.
So this is the Hills International Golf Course, and then also Hills International Golf School.
Yes. Yes.
So lots of decent players have come out of this. I mean, Jason Day off the top of my head. I think Richa Badabasaga has also come out of here as well.
Yeah.
I think Luke Reardon, Daniel. I don't know if Daniel did. Anyway, like Dean Jamieson. I know Brioni. Brioni was here. A long time ago, Brioni Webb.
So if you look back, she's been on our show. Yeah,
We've done it at Gals with Brioni and Josh.
Yep.
But so we've filmed a vlog here today. It's been good fun, and it was myself, yourself, Shane, and Matty Clayton. Yep. More questions are needed, guys. So put that in right at the start. So today's just going to be a bit of a sort of generally how it is, pretty free for all.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to have a bit of a chat.
That's what we're saying. It's been a bit disjointed at the start of this year.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on.
Because with lots of different things, and obviously the weather we've had here, we had bushfires for a long time, so you couldn't get to some country areas.
Yep.
And then, of course, we had rain.
So we've had bushfires, rain, and now we have virus.
We've got,
so it's all happening, right? So it's all been.
So yes, it's very difficult. We were very keen to look at doing a trip to New Zealand, but now with
probably not going to happen.
No, well it's 28.
At least now.
28 days where you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So that's the big problem. You fly to New Zealand, you spend 14 days.
Oh yeah,
And then.
So you can't even go.
No, you can go.
So you're going to spend 14 days, then you'd have to go do what you got to do. Then you got to fly home, then you got to spend another 14 days.
Yes, quarantined.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Us sitting around watching Netflix for a month.
We can Netflix and chill together.
Oh, mate, we'd be just pumping out series after series.
Whatever it is, we'd come up with something.
Yeah, the only problem is we'd probably just sit there and just eat and watch TV.
That'd be a pretty good series, I reckon.
Two little fat dudes coming out. How's your 14 days? Clearly.
Yeah, clearly we enjoyed it.
Clearly
we had too much
nothing
cake.
but eat.
Yeah.
Yep. Tubs of ice cream we'd get, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Which would be all right.
I wonder if we could go get quarantined in that nice ice cream shop at Mullaney. That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be good? Yeah, we could go all right. Speaking of Mullaney, we do got to get back up there actually. That's sort of something. So we need to talk to them about Wayne. There's a lot going on.
There's lots of different places, and like I said, with the weather, Mullaney obviously because it's gone back out to.
It's now 18 holes.
18 holes now, so clearly we'd like to get back up there. Of
course.
Look, plenty of places. We got a few coming up. We'll continue to do some different stuff. We were talking about before.
Yes.
Some solo vlogs and.
I think that's sort of the whole point is that we've been able to.
A bit of everything.
I've been able to do a solo vlog. You've got some solo vlogs coming up. It's more than anything. It's just trying to keep it varied.
Yeah,
bit of me, bit of you, a bit of just us two, a bit of four of us, a bit of scramble format, a bit of Ambrose, a bit of stroke, a bit of, it's about different courses and just, at the end of the day, it's about showing off the courses.
Yep. What'd be interesting to do is, so you've talked through your solo vlogs of what you've done and this and that. Be interesting when I do it and what I talk through and what I look through, and then maybe some advice that you offer of maybe you should
maybe think about doing it like this or think about this or whatever.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. It'll be something we'll certainly be able to talk about at the end of it.
Yes.
Where you look at it and go, oh, all right, cool. Well, maybe the way you approach your putting really well, or you approach this really well, but you know what?
But I like that. It's like, how do you think, and then what might be better?
Yes, you might be better to.
Is it a club choice or a shot shape? Or
not think this is a par 4, quick, I need a driver.
Yeah.
Like, some things like that. Or, hitting it low is not a great shot for you, so maybe you're better off to lay up where you can just hit your normal higher shot. But and then hopefully people will see that, and that might help them.
And that's the whole point. See, I don't really like to have too much instructional stuff. And it's because you need to be there to me. Like you pretty much need to see the person. You need to.
It's awfully hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and everyone's a little bit different, and their bodies move a bit different. Their shapes are a bit different. Some people don't have, you know, flexibility and all different sorts of stuff. And like you said, it is very much easier, isn't it? Like when you're standing behind someone when we play with them.
Correct.
Go,
Like literally having a chat
mate,
there and then.
If you just moved your feet a bit that way, you'd stop pushing it out to the right.
And then even the mental side of it, right? But again, like you said, like that mental side of it, if I said blah, whatever it is, and somebody goes, yeah, I think I do that as well, and then maybe you could work on a little bit of that. But it's just sort of keeping it out there, getting some stuff out there.
So the things that are easier to do is like game management.
Yes, management's a big one.
The way you move yourself around the course and what you look at, and not always chew off whatever you need. Well, saying it's very difficult. Like we play shots we probably wouldn't normally play when we play Ambrose.
Well, and that's generally why you see people I say, why do you play better on a solo vlog? I get around a solo vlog in 3.5 hours. Like it's very quick.
Yes.
And it's because it's just me, I plonk it down there. But I'm playing golf how I would feel comfortable playing golf if I had a card in my pocket, which effectively I do because it's on camera.
Yeah.
But when it's Ambrose sort of thing, you hit chief. You know what I mean? You take it on a little bit more just because you can. It's a different thing.
Especially when your partner's already hit a good one.
100%. So
like,
that's
you know, it's like any Ambrose event. How many times you tried to swing yourself off your feet because the 3 people before you've already put one down the middle.
That's right.
So your only option now is to try and hit one further.
Correct.
If you took your normal swing, you'd be okay.
You'd probably be good.
But
yeah, we had St. Lucia vlog just there, was just a solo one.
Yep.
I played, again, pretty well, shot under, which is nice.
Yep.
But again, it's...
Good underrated course.
It is a very underrated course because it's in good nick.
Yep.
It's accessible.
Yes.
It's quite cheap.
Yep.
There's a great restaurant there.
Yes.
The shop there with Shane and Peter and that, in there, really, really good, simulator and everything.
Yep.
Which you haven't seen is the putt-putt out there.
No.
See, exactly. So there's a new putt-putt since the last time we were there.
All right, yep.
I sort of quickly had a bit of a walk and have a bit of a look around.
Yep.
But that's something we probably should get to as well, which is really cool. Like it's on sort of the hill there where they used to park the carts.
Yep.
With that big tree.
All right.
Pretty difficult to, just looking at it. So.
All right, we'll have to head back out there.
Bit of good fun.
Yep.
A bit of good fun.
Look, you know, it's a great shot. Great spot. Like I said, close to the city. I always thought it was a really good course.
Yeah, and again, it's risk rewards, not too long. You can.
Yep.
It's not that tight. It's not that difficult, but there's plenty of challenging.
Yep.
Plenty of challenge there.
Probably another one of those courses that we would, we looked at doing a bit of a get together.
Yeah.
Right. So
we're thinking about doing it as Vic Park because
we'd
of
like
what's
to do
going
Vic
on.
Park, but then in the future, because it is centre of the city.
It's close.
So if you look at Vic Park and St. Lucia and places like this,
and there's more to do there than just golf.
No. Well,
so
that's
you
what
catch up, have a coffee, or have breakfast, or then play, or then have a beer or two.
And that's what I was thinking, that you go there and you have a bit of a hit and a bit of a catch up. At least you can sit down and get a coffee or a beer or whatever you'd like to have.
Correct.
But, probably Vic Park. I think we'd like to.
We'll definitely do that because of what's going on.
Something there, like certainly a bit of a get together.
Well, let's put a bookmark on that for somewhere in the middle of the year.
Yeah,
I know it's not that far away, March, but maybe June, July, something like that.
But we'll certainly work out a day and put it out there.
And if you guys want to work yourselves around whatever you want to do, but let's say June, July, something like that, because. But yeah, thanks to St. Lucia, it was brilliant. Always thanks to Shane, thanks to Pete, but. Because we're contemplating going to Ratho Farm. So now that this has all happened with the virus, Ratho Farm's the oldest course. I think we've spoken about it, but the oldest course in Australia. Head down that way, potentially do Barnbougle. Maybe not. I'd like you to see it.
Yeah, it's just we'd have to see how we.
Yes, because Ratho's somewhere near the middle, but there's so many other courses in there as well.
The oldest course in Australia with the oldest. YouTube
golfer, there you go, that's about right.
No, so I reckon it'd be good.
Yeah.
You just got to get a convict outfit.
That's easy to get, mate. My regular leather my regular leather costume place, they've got convict ones with a ball and chain there as well, mate. And if you need a mouth gag, they've got plenty of them.
Oh, nice. We'll go down there. But yes, because like I said, there's plenty of places we'd love to go.
Correct.
But yeah, certainly, look, it looks fantastic. It looks like a great spot for a holiday. They've got weddings there. They've done the place up.
So we haven't spoken to you. Oh, they've sort of spoken to us and said, cool, come down, it's available. We don't know what that itinerary involves, but we all sort that out. Which means when we spoke to them a little bit, they said there's whiskey tours, which is, I'm all over that, thank you very much. There's also a bit of fishing.
Yep.
So, there's some other tours and sort of colonial-esque stuff.
Might even get married.
Why not? Why not? Well, look, and when we'll sort of try to vlog that, I'll try to get something going on there. You know what I mean?
The golfer wants a wife.
We want to push that show. The golfer wants a wife. Eventually, it might happen. Once Jimmy gets to 24, maybe we could.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
we could
right.
do
There's
it.
still always an age limit.
There's an age limit. The golfer wants a wife.
Oh, look, there's plenty of great spots, and certainly around here. Look, so
mate, we shouldn't say that out loud because I'm just ticking that along. That'll work all right.
So I was thinking about some other things. So the world is a bit funny at the moment.
It is at the moment,
right?
yeah.
And it's sort of shut down a little bit, and people aren't a bit scared of doing bits and pieces. Don't be afraid to come play golf.
That's right.
Right? Everything they've ever talked about for years and years, the fresh air, sunshine, has always been good for people. So clearly, if you're sick, stay home.
Would that?
But it's the same thing. If you lend someone your gear or whatever else, or,
correct.
Even if you hire a buggy, maybe you want to wipe down the steering wheel.
But that's the whole point, right?
Like, it's, look, I know they tell you to avoid handshaking and everything else, but it's all very difficult when you're so used to it.
Yeah, I know you can change it, but at the end of the day,
it's such an Australian thing. Like we can do elbow bumps.
Oh no, we got to do our feet. Can you kick that high? Like at the end of the day,
like to me,
if you want to wash your hands, which you should wash your hands.
Yeah.
And then trying to touch your face after you maybe shaking someone's hand.
Yep.
Or
But these are probably the areas to be in. You're still getting exercise. You're getting sunshine, and if you have a look at it, you're on a course. There's plenty of space around you.
That's right.
It's not like being jammed into I don't know.
Because if you're in like a recirculating area with breathing, that is more of a reason or an easier way to get it.
And there's so many more surfaces for everyone to touch.
That's right.
Right, so everyone's touching all those
Whereas
surfaces.
here, you're touching your own gear.
Generally, yes.
You're probably going to give each other a fist bump here and there, but that's about it.
Yep. Because generally it's the same thing, isn't
Correct.
it? It might be the handshake at the start and the handshake at the end.
That's right.
But really in between, it's generally a high five.
Here, there, it's about it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. But like I said, don't not go to golf just because you think.
But unless you are crook,
if you
or you do feel sick or achy or whatever, then make sure that you do the right thing.
Yep.
And don't.
And the right thing is to probably stay home for a few days.
Correct. Stay home because it's like the first 4 or 5 days is the sort of infection period before you even really feel it. So if you're feeling sick, well then you might have 2 days or 3 days that you could still infect people. So don't.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep. Otherwise, get out.
Get out and play some golf still. I think we got 2 questions here from last time.
2 questions.
Maybe even got more. But Old Man Golf.
Go, mate.
Great video, gents. Question for driver lofts. I'm reading an article, Australian Golf Digest, that's saying that for lower swing speeds, you should use lower lofts. I tried it on the weekend and dropped my D300 down to 8 degrees. Now, it was only 1 round, but I did hit 1 drive over 260 metres. For example, Jin Young Ko swings his club 30 miles an hour slower than Brooks Koepka, but uses a 1.5 degree driver. What are your thoughts? I am keen to try this. Have a chat about that. I need to have a bit of a cough.
So, look, I think any clubs that you put into your hand is all a bit of trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Right. So, but as you know, it's how you deliver it,
Correct.
the angle you deliver it, bits and pieces. I've always found that I'd probably go better with a higher lofted club than a lower loft.
For you, between sort of 9.5 and 11.5 is pretty much
is pretty well,
depending on, right?
Yeah,
but you're right. It's all about what you deliver to it,
and it's how you deliver it. And so, but it's worthwhile trialing because people don't know, do they, until you start trialing a few things, and then of course it's dependent on the shaft that's put in it, and there's a whole heap of different things. But
and then it started a few comments below that. Simon Wells, lower lofts can make it harder to keep in play. There will be less backspin and more side spin, etc. I know the feeling. I'm getting older, and and then Carl H. Ruby, I understand, if I understand correctly, if you hit a driver with lower loft, if your natural swing is upwards, and upwards motion, the lowest point in the swing. So yeah, basically what's saying is what you deliver to it will then depend on how it is. Now, two things with that, spitting everywhere. Lowering loft will generally, if all things are equal, will lower spin loft. Lowering spin loft lowers spin, and then the lower the spin loft, when you get your face to path a bit off and or strike, it'll go a little bit more wild.
Yep.
But if you're somebody who delivers it up with a 12-degree driver but de-lofts it and has the same spin loft, it's the same. You know what I mean? So just because you go lower loft doesn't mean you go lower spin loft.
No.
Because you could be adding loft. Yeah, all that. So yes, it all depends on.
I would never discourage any people from trying. I mean,
just try it yourself. You don't even have to get fit. You just go out and muck around with your own driver and figure it out.
If other people got drivers they can lend you that got different lofts on
100%.
them and stuff. I think we've all had an adjustable driver where we've played with it a bit until you go, you know what, this is the one I feel that I'm getting the most consistency out of.
What's like
it's
for
not
me?
necessarily always distance.
I'm pretty neutral with how I deliver it, from an upward angle of attack, from path left or right by bugger all, but I deliver lowish loft to it. So, and my strikes are probably, if anything, lower on the face. So I spin up a little bit and load a little bit lower than I probably could.
Yep.
Whereas Matt, look at the way Matt delivers it. You sort of get that sort of loopy under swing.
Yes.
Very sweepy, can drop kick it a bit.
Yep.
Very shallow, launches extremely high and spins it extremely low. So he needs to go really low loft. I'm on the lower side of loft because if I go to 10, it spins up generally.
Yes.
So I don't care if I launch it at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to launch it at 14 and spin it at 21, but I don't.
Yep. But like you said, it's a different swing and a different way that you're attacking that. And like you said, for Matt, he has to be careful that the lofts aren't too weak.
Yeah.
Because he's going to balloon a lot of it.
He's already adding loft. He's already an up hitter and an adding of loft.
Yeah, so he'll end up then having that same thing. Depending on the clubs, he could be losing 5 metres, 10
Correct.
metres.
You could be losing distance.
Yeah.
So you need to, at the end of the day, you do need to get fit. But if you're sort of somebody who hits up on it potentially, but it's not just hit up on it, like a lot of people add loft as well, potentially the face is open to path more too. You know what I mean? So that's how you get high launching. So that's why everybody will generally go lower loft. Yeah. Like for you, you go lower loft because you swing over the top of it, hit it this way, you sort of add a bit of loft but the face is closed. So for you, if you were to go low loft and square it up, it's going to go low. Yes. But the reason why lowish loft goes high-ish is because of this way.
And that's what I found with the clubs that have had the lower loft, is that in the end, I feel like I can't get that.
Well, lower loft for you, then you then help it up even more, which then might accentuate the rights more.
And then I hit it worse.
That's right.
Yes.
So that going high loft, staying on top of it, trying to.
And that's what I was saying. When I hit the sim driver was 12-degree loft, and I said to you.
That's right.
I said to you, I felt that at no stage did I need to try and help this.
That's right. You know the loft's on it.
No, I know the loft's on it, and I felt that I could just swing through it.
Yeah.
Rather than those clubs that you know there's no loft on it, you go.
And you got to help.
The natural thing is that you want to help that, and like you said, that's what happens.
To you generally will point more right often.
And of course, your whole opinion of that club then is, well, I don't like it.
Correct.
But like you said, it's a matter of playing around and find what's going to be best for you.
100% correct. Thank you for the questions, boys. More would be great. But Bob Wilson.
Hey, Bob.
G'day, Bob. Hope you're well. Hope you're safe. Hopefully everybody's safe.
Yep.
Be safe. If you're crook, stay safe.
Yep.
With regards to young pros, one of the best follows on Twitter is Monday Q Info, a guy who discusses the players trying to get into tournaments through Monday qualifying. Absolutely fascinating stories of the guys and girls who don't have status, who try to grind their way onto tours, even the lower tours like the Corn Ferry and the Latin America tours as well. Well worth a look. I totally agree, Bob. Now that's something that a lot of people don't know, is that there is Monday qualifying at pretty much every tournament.
Yes.
X amount will go through, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 people, however many it is, but generally
because generally the focus leading into even big tournaments is all on the stars that are going to be there and everything else. So
it's a drag. I remember Cameron Smith sort of coming back from America when he was sort of just turning pro, And he said he's going out there playing good golf, shooting a handful under, a couple under, and guys are just out there doing the same thing. They're shooting 7s and 8 unders to get in, which is great. And then guys that are shooting 6 aren't. And James Nitty's also said the same thing. I've had the best year I've ever had from a scoring average point of view, and I haven't played in any event, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he's going shooting 5 and 6 under in qualifying, playing the best golf he's ever done, and not getting through. And he's like, I'm just not good enough. And then so mentally, that's where the mental part of it, that's where it would be fascinating to see the guys who have done it for ages. Troppo.
It's where I feel sorry for the shutting down of all the sport.
Yes.
Right. So when you talk about the shutting down of sport, right? So if you look at blokes like, Tiger Woods and, Roger Federer and things, they shut down their tournaments for a few months. They don't care. Right?
A few years, they probably don't care.
But it's the tennis players that are grinding it every week to try and make it into a tournament.
Yeah.
The golfers
trying to pick up the $5 grand to pay for that. They're just
already borrowed $100 grand to try and get on the tour. It's the people that work at all these venues.
Yes.
Because they only get paid when they work. So if you look at, say Suncorp Stadium here in Brisbane, over summer they have the Raw.
Yes.
Right, plus whatever concerts. Right, and then through winter they have the Reds and the Broncos and whatever other games and concerts that are on. But there's a whole heap of people that are struggling.
Yes.
And like I said, not just the fact that we can't get to see, Tiger or Dustin Johnson.
So
Adam
we're pretty
Scott
much the only sport available, right?
There's not going to be much around. So, but like I said, to me, there's a lot of people that are struggling to try and make their name.
Yes.
And they're the ones that are going to be very hard hit because there's not going to be an opportunity to make any money.
That's right.
And like I said, all flows off that. Like I said, the people at work and the catering and
there's so much more to it. And even with this virus thing, is that if they shut schools down, there's I know I'm gonna have to take time off. Mrs. gonna have, you know what I mean? So it's all it stops everything. It's not the right thing.
So
is it the right thing to do? Who knows?
So like I said, hopefully when it all starts to kick back up and people are doing stuff, people get out there and do stuff.
Correct.
Come and play golf, have dinner.
There's definitely been a turn down, haven't you? You've noticed less people around. I've noticed less people around.
It's a bizarre feeling. You go out to the airport and stuff, and it's like, because normally they're packed.
Yeah.
And it's not. No one's not really sure what's going on.
Yes.
Hopefully, like I said, it'll sort itself out and people can get back out, and hopefully they do.
Yep.
Hopefully then they'll get out there and, like I said, put some money and spend some money and get it back into, like I said, all sorts of places.
5 minutes left on the battery.
Beautiful.
Better finish
Get
up.
back into the golf clubs, stay, have something to eat.
Exactly right. So what do we got coming up, Richo?
We have this one.
Here. Yep. So that's
Hills.
how sort of up to date we pretty much are, and that's what happens with the rain. Hills coming up.
Around a bit, but
like I said, the 4 of us, really, really good. I need to thank Rob. We need to thank Daniel. We need to thank Dean. All the guys here. This place is looking green as. It's been 5 years-ish since we've been out here. 4 years since we've been out here.
So when I was out there, the greenkeeper stopped.
Yes.
Right. So he didn't say what I told you.
Yeah, he did.
But,
it's all right.
So he stopped. He said, "How you going? How you enjoying it?" I said, "Mate, it's fantastic." And I said, "Look, it's looking really good. It's looking really green." And he goes, "Yep." He goes, "Isn't it like what Mother Nature can give us?"
It's so good to see.
And he's right. Places like this that rely on the rain.
Yes.
They're always going to be a little bit dry when there's no rain.
That's right.
But of course, once the rain comes, look, I like all the native-y sort of trees. It looks like you're in a bit of bushland.
Well, we're in a paddock. Pretty much, we're in a big paddock.
I think the course is really fantastic.
So we played it off the tip. Shane and I played it way off the backs. Back. Longest course in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yep.
Just under 7,000 metres.
It's pretty long.
Nearly 7,700 yards.
I would like to get dragged around it.
And Richo and Matty played off the slightly forward tees. So off the whites, which weren't all on the whites. Some of them were a little back of that. Some of them were a little forward of that. So it was good fun.
Yep. We really wanted to show the course from the two different spots.
Correct.
So what would be a normal comp?
Yes.
And what would be like a back bar?
The Blue Roo Challenge, which is their big dog lock off the back.
Yeah, and show you the difference that you can see.
Oh no, it's over. Battery's dying. We better change it. Oh no, we better change. We better go. Cool. Battery's about to die. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you very much, because this one's got nothing on it. Thanks for watching. More questions would be great. Thanks to Hills. And stay safe.
Stay safe. We'll
Look
see you
after
next
yourself.
time. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Beautiful. And don't forget, smash that like button.
You're a
what you
weirdo.
say, don't you?
Oh, that's what they say to say.
Hey? I don't know. If you don't like it, don't like it. Hit dislike. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't care. But anyhow, see you then. Beautiful.
See you.